Hello, Noble people. My name is The Noble, and today we are going to be doing a Pokemon Day Presents prediction video. I did this last year, and I have been trying to do some more live form big videos or bigger videos than some shorts. I haven't really uploaded in a little bit. I don't want to make another long form update video talking about it, so I figured I would just try and get back into the gear of stuff with a video like this, since I already did it last year. And this is just going to be like overall predictions and hopes for Pokemon Day coming this Friday, which is only around 5 days away from me making this video. And we actually already have some kind of knowledge about this, mainly being, one, it's going to be 25 minutes, and they kind of have to say two things in the presents, because if they don't say that two things, it's going to be kind of awkward. The biggest thing being obviously Pokemon Champions. Now, the reason it would be awkward because, fun fact, the kind of competitive scene is going to revolve around champions. So them postponing Champions release date or not saying anything is really awkward because, fun fact, the last in-person event for Scarlet Violet already ended. We are going to be getting stuff in events that are supposedly going to be in Champions in March. So the fact that they haven't said anything is a little worrisome. The going theory right now is Champions will have a shadow drop on Pokemon Day, which I would be perfectly fine with, because I really want to see what the abilities of some of the new Mega Pokemon. I need to know if my boy Gliscopod has a good ability. If it keeps Emergency Exit or gets an even worse ability, I'm going to be in shambles, bro. I'm going to be so mad. And the second kind of odd thing that they really haven't talked about is actually Mega Garchomp Z. If that was a spoiler, it's been like multiple months since the DLC came out and it was all over the place. Mega Garchomp Z was in the files and people data mined it, but it's not attainable and we don't know why. And people are like, oh, I guess it's like an event exclusive thing, because there's only 3 Z Megas. It's Mega Lucario, Absol, and those are in the game. To get Absol, it's just through the normal game of the DLC. It's like the first one you fight, I believe. And with Mega Lucario, you have to fight Karina to be able to get the Z Mega Stone for it. But we have nothing for Garchomp. So people are thinking we're going to have like a side quest event similar to the Diancie and Mewtwo ones. Now, fingers crossed. I don't know if they would do this, but I don't know about you. Garchomp is very much tied to Cynthia with a lot of stuff. Volo is tied to Legends. Volo's tied to Cynthia and Garchomp, therefore. Why not have us fight a Volo? Like he's already kind of been hinted at in the story with them. Like he gave the museum like his outfit, and it'll be really cool to see how his story progress. I was gonna be honest, I'm really sad they didn't really like progress his story in ZA, but the idea of Legends is what they've made in this game, is that it's the legends of these specific regions, not an ongoing story. But it would be cool to see Volo have kind of an overarching story between each Legends games. But that's just me. But they kind of have to mention Champions, and they kind of have to mention Garchomp Z, because it's kind of be weird if they don't, because those are like pretty much like the big like elephant in the rooms Pokemon things when it comes to new stuff. But when it comes to stuff that we don't really know too much about, this is where the predictions go in. The biggest one being Generation 10. It is the 30th anniversary for Pokemon, meaning that we probably are going to see something big. It's not going to be like, oh, here's Cafe Remix and Pokopia or whatever. We're probably going to get something really big, which probably is going to be Generation 10. Technically speaking, on our normal release cycle, where we get games every 3 years, technically speaking, we did get ZA last year, meaning that we did get a game every 3 years, but usually that goes for generations. We get usually a generation every 3 years, and we were supposed to get Generation 6 last year. Now, obviously, I am fine with ZA, but we are technically due for a Generation 10. And for the 10th generation, here are some things I want to see. Obviously, they need to actually treat it like how it should be treated. I'm sorry, but some of this stuff came out with how much development funding they put into these games. And the fact that Pokemon is the highest franchise, like the best franchise in the world, that is not a thing. Like that's an objective statement. Obviously, you can like other franchises better. It is the most highest grossing franchise ever. Like Marvel, nothing comes close. It has made so much money. And the fact that they don't invest it back into the games to make them high quality is bad. This is even shown more from Game Freak. From Game Freak's other game they're making actually looks really good, like visually. But they just don't get a chance to do that when they make Pokemon. Obviously, that doesn't mean Game Freak hates making Pokemon. I mean, they like making money, so I probably doubt they hate making Pokemon. But the case of it is, they don't either get enough time or they don't get enough funding to make it how they want to make it. While I do love ZA, Lumio sucks visually. It's the same copy and pasted asset edited slightly differently with windows that don't look good. The textures are all flat. Some of the buildings are floating. It's not very high done and high production, and you can tell that. It looks like a PS3 game. What I am hoping, Generation 10 fixes that. But they don't fix the Pokemon. I want all the Pokemon to look exactly how they look like in ZA because I think they have finally nailed down the cartoony art style. The Pokemon look the best they have looked in every Pokemon game. They keep trying to go back between realism and cartoony, and I think the blend that they finally have landed on in ZA is the best blend they had. In Arceus, they looked really bad and they just looked like stickers. That's a huge complaint with Arceus. They just look like a model with stickers slapped on them to make them look like a Pokemon. Scarlet and Violet had too much realism, where some of the Pokemon had like too much stuff going on with them. A great example is Ghastly. The gas on Ghastly was like actually vapor and it was just like a ball. And it didn't look like how a normal Ghastly should look like. That's a good example of how bad it is. But in ZA, they actually combine the cartoony art style and some of the textures good. Some of the Pokemon that have fur in this game. A great example, Metagross actually had like a metallic shine on it in Scarlet and Violet, and it still has that in ZA, but it doesn't have the kind of weird, like overblown proportions as some of the other Pokemon have. And I really like that outlook, and I hope they keep it. Now, here is the big one. We do not need a new battle gimmick. I'm on the strong opinion that Pokemon should try and continue doing stuff and trying to push the mantle with the stuff they already have. Obviously, give us a bunch of Pokemon. I want to see Gen 5 levels of new Pokemon where we get like 150 new Pokemon. I genuinely want to see a bunch of new Pokemon that I can fall in love with, so I can have an entire deck or entire team of brand new Pokemon that I can encounter. But I don't want to see a new gimmick that is going to kind of take away or be too overpowered or be confusing or something like that. Obviously, they can expand upon previous gimmicks, give us more Mega Evolutions. That's cool. You want to keep Terra for like competitive stuff? Okay, throw in some Z moves. Why not? Maybe actually give Pokemon that aren't a Generation 8 or Generation 1 or Garbodor for some reason a Gigantamax form. Give us more of the old stuff we have, but don't give us more and more. Try and develop on the stuff we already have. Other than that, I don't really know what we're getting for Gen 10. The ongoing theory is that the region is going to take place in Greece, which is really cool. If it's Greece, I'm hoping we get kind of like a Minotaur starter. I don't really know that. Maybe like a Medusa, like a ferret, something like that. I hope the regional bug is cool. I love bugs. Please give us a bug type legendary or a bug dragon type. Please, Game Freak. But other than that, I don't really think there's going to have anything out. I'm not sure. Probably going to get something for Pokemon Sleep. Probably some more Pokemon cards. Maybe we'll get a new Mega reveal. That would be pretty cool. But other than that, I'm mainly excited for Champions release and the reveal of Pokemon Gen 10 and hopefully the starters. Hopefully they reveal the starters. I will be planning on making a video. I don't know about streaming, as when Pokemon Day starts, I actually have a therapy appointment that morning. So it's literally the present starts at 9 and my thing starts at 9. So I will have my I'll be like recording stuff so I can still react to it without getting spoiled, but I won't be able to stream it live. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stay noble. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.